Hi, I felt called to come on here and redo a reading that I already did this morning. And the messages which came through were beautiful and very important for someone to hear, but I wasn't happy with the way I recorded it because I had to make long pauses in order to channel the messages. And English is not my first language, it's not even my second language, which makes it sometimes very challenging to do real time reading in this beautiful language. So I decided I will redo it again. And also, another interesting magical thing was that I didn't set the intention to do a love reading, but the first card I received was this beautiful loyal heart, which speaks of true love, two people being faithful to each other and to their love and to love in general, two loyal hearts, and a very real connection, which is unfortunately kind of rare and hard to find sometimes, but you have this kind of love in your life. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The second card I received, which was also underneath this card, was or is still never-ending story, which speaks of someone who wants to have love, true love, fairy tale kind of love. They believe in love so deep, so profound that they sometimes doubt if, they're delusional or living in a fantasy world, but this love exists and you have it. I say you because I channel the energy of the viewer. So, I feel that there is this situation in your life where you have love, true love, loyal love. There is a person who is in love with you and you are in love with them. They are loyal to you and so are you. But here comes in the never-ending story. Something like a repetitive pattern which is caused by a very deep old wound, maybe childhood wound, but the feeling with this card or what is involved here is this really, also feeling stuck, and fear keeps us stuck. Even when we have these beautiful wings and can spread them and fly, as long as we live in fear, as long as we're stuck in our headspace, listening to these failed voices and narratives on how it's gonna hurt, how we're going to end up where we always ended up at, how our heart is going to get broken, how these are all, just fantasy stories, then we can't fly because we are too busy being stuck in the fear, in the pain, in this torturous thought pattern, in this never-ending story. But love wants to find you, and love is with you. Also, in this picture, there is a mirror next to this person, calling or asking for their attention. Because by looking into this mirror, they will recognize, they will see their part or how they participate in creating this never-ending story and feeding this cycle. But it's time to break the cycle, and this is why I felt the urgency to come on here and redo this recording, which interestingly also has a theme of repetition in itself. You're being asked to look into this mirror and see how unfortunately this wounded part in you is keeping you stuck. But it's time to rewrite the story. I was wondering if I should get the guidebook and read you the description from the guidebook, but at the same time I feel called to tell you more of what came true afterwards. We'll see. But this is very important message for someone to know, that only because past was hurtful and now we come to this part which made this reading even more magical, in my opinion. Just because you experience pain in the past doesn't mean that you are doomed to always experience pain. Love wants to reach you, love wants to set you free, but you should look into the mirror, and this is a very also difficult confrontation, and set yourself free, because you owe it to yourself, to your life, because you're worthy and deserving of having a very beautiful, beautiful, loving life and loyal connection. Okay. I asked for advice from the spirit, what would be beneficial for you to know at this time, and then magically this card came out, which has a number 32, 3 plus 2. This is no math class here, but 5, which is the number of change, which is again a confirmation that you are in a place in your life where you are being asked to break the cycle. Change is happening. You are being asked to, something is coming full circle, even if you don't participate in it actively. Even you are still here watching this reading, then it's another sign that something is happening, a change is occurring, something is coming full circle. And you have the power in here and now to break this cycle and set yourself free. Even if it, doesn't happen overnight, because breaking a cycle, changing our thought patterns, it takes time, but it's possible. We can rewire ourselves, we can rewire our thinking, we can become a fully new person, but it takes consistency and effort, of course, but we owe it to ourselves. Blah. Anyway, with Here and Now, which also made me think of the book Power and Now. Maybe you read it, maybe, it could be a suggestion, recommendation for you to read it. With this card, which is again magical in many ways in this reading, because we have the first card which came out, there is this egg, and then here you are again sitting on an egg, and also another confirmation, you're very magical, you have the wings to fly, you just have to spread them and change this story. You can fly, and you can fly very high. So, speaking of here and now, at this time, it's very important that you bring or keep bringing your focus back into the present moment. And there's a reason why it's called present, because it is a present. From here and now, in this moment, we have the power to create a new narrative, to rewrite our story, to create a beautiful future, one we are willing to move toward to. But it all happens from this moment, here and now, not from the past, not from the future. So Spirit's advice is to get in touch with yourself. Maybe breath work and grounding could be helpful and useful at this time. Journaling, but you're really asked to look into this mirror to reflect on, things are which also not very easy to first of all recognize, see, because some of them are happening on such a deep subconscious level. But acknowledgement is the key, it's the first step. And you're being asked to please look into this mirror and know that you have the power to set yourself free and spread those beautiful wings. And the beautiful thing about setting ourselves free is that we will not only set ourselves free, but we will set others free as well. Because, when you spread your wings and fly, you are already a miracle, but you would be an example for other people who are exactly there where you are now, feeling stuck, being, consumed by torturous thoughts which aren't even real anymore. They are in the past. We shouldn't let our past define our future. And this is where we find and gain our power, here in this present moment. And then I ask for one more message from the universe, the person who is loyal to you, who loves you, who wants you. And this also, again, it comes to my mind now, that you should also be the person in the first place who loves you, who wants the best for you, and who is willing to hand you this mirror and say, here, look into it. You're beautiful, you're capable, you're brave, you're smart, and you already came a long way. Don't give up. Don't give up on your birthright. You are deserving and worthy of exactly the right kind of love you believe in. I was saying that I asked for another beautiful message, and this came true, which again was very beautiful and magical, which again really pushed me to also overcome my own fear and insecurity when it comes to do reading in a language which is not my own, and do it anyway, redo it, So this is what came true, which was beautiful, and you will see now why. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. This was a message from your person, but also I love you too. And in case you're still here watching, I hope that you could find some insight, some clarity in this reading. And thank you for watching, and thank you for your patience, and please don't give up on what you really deserve in this life, which is all the wonderful things